Okay, so it's crash bang wallop. Now, as I said, there's a load of finishes, right? But yeah, it just feels we have one in this section this week, and this fight was the main fight of the early prelims, right? We had Nico Price against Jacoby Smith in the welterweight division. And coming into this fight, right, Jacoby Smith, hey, he looked really friggin' good. Now he's young in his career, right? Young in his career, but yeah, super impressive on a 10-fight winning streak, you know? But the thing being, Nico Price can fuck up anyone's plans. Nico Price is a dog, right? He's a dog. He's there for the violence. So, Smith could, Price could play the spoiler here, right? But coming out, Jacoby Smith came with all the fire, right? All the fire, lands a big shot, rocks Price, right? Then hits him with a slam takedown. You're just like, oh shit. Is it early doors? Are we finishing early? Right? And Price came with ground and pound. He's pouring it on. But, as I say, Nico Price is a dog. So, he's taking shots, but he's also moving. And, he's threatening with the armbar a couple of times. No. Was he close? No. But moving the hips, moving the leg. So, you know what I mean? You have to change what you're doing. It might not be close, but if you stay in that position, if you stay within the danger zone, you could get wrapped up in seconds, in the blink of an eye. We have seen it so many times. People haven't addressed it, and then boom, their night is over, right? So, by doing that, Price keeps himself kind of safe, right? Because, Smith can't completely commit to a vicious ground and pound, right? So, yeah, Price finally gets up, and I think you can see that Smith has slowed down a little, right? You can see he's slowed down a little because he put out so much energy. And Price, he starts to land a few, but Smith still hitting the better shots, the harder shots, right? And towards the end of the round, he rocks Price again and then lands a head kick literally on the buzzer, right? It was like, oh shit. Second round, now Smith has slowed, right? He has slowed, but he's still, doing his thing. He's still able to land good shots, right? And Price, although he survived it all, he took damage, man. Like that's a lot. Being on the bottom, taking that ground and pound, being slammed to the ground. No, thank you, Bob. Right? I don't want that shit. So Smith is, he's doing his thing. He's landing shots. He's firing. Right now, what is great, right? So Jacoby Smith gets another takedown, right? He's landing ground and pound. He gets into half guard in the scramble, right? So he's in half guard. Price is looking to try and get up, and Smith makes it was a fantastic transition to the back. It really was. And for a guy that it kind of seemed he might be slowing down, he might be gassing a little, right? Beautiful transition to the back, sinks in the rear naked, and yeah, Price has no options. He has no options. He has to tap. He has to tap. I think he went out a little bit as well. You know what I mean? But boy, That was a fantastic. You could when when Smith is doing his interview with Rogan, you can see he's gassed, man. Like, sorry, not tired. I mean, he's like jazzed. He's happy. You can see that energy. Joe Rogan, right? That is always fun, you know what I mean? When someone wins and just seeing how excited and just overwhelmed they are with the experience, and then they get to speak to someone like Rogan or Bisbin or like they're super chuffed, right? So it's a beautiful thing to see. And Jacoby Smith, I think he got a great win. Also, he learned something tonight, right? Do not go for broke, right? Understand at times you can land some ground and pound. If it looks like you're not gonna do it, don't you know what I mean? Don't unload the full clip, right? Keep a little gas left in the tank, as it were. But yeah, superb win for Jacoby Smith. That is crash bang wallop.